Although survival of the fittest is the jungle's law, fate intervenes now and then, and the underdog comes out on top. Animal battles, even those that can lead to death, can break out at any time without any warning and similarly can come to a sudden stop. Initially, it may look as if these wild fights are nothing more than a fun thing to watch, but if you pay attention, you'll see that they're teaching us important lessons about life, death, and grit. In today's video, we are going to take a look at some of the stupidest fights in the animal kingdom, so stick around till the end. Now let's begin. Number 11. Sloth vs. Harpy Eagle. Winner, Sloth. When a sloth fights an eagle, the competition is tougher than you might expect. If you see such a fight, it will change the meaning of the phrase moving like a sloth for you. When you're in the middle of a jungle, you can't help but notice how quickly a sloth may move if it wants to. The eagle is surprised as the sloth's claws touch his chest, yet he is afraid to attack further and draws back. Sometimes slow and steady can be dangerous to mess with. Number 10. Dog vs. Fox. Winner, Roxy the dog and Foxy the cat, not the fox. A pet cat and dog named Foxy and Roxy take on a cunning fox who thinks he has got them cornered. The dog is never seen on camera, but it's his bark that makes the fox run away with its tail between its legs. That thinks it has Foxy and Roxy by the tail while the domesticated cats and dogs fight back. This is just another example of a fighter who came out on top despite not getting their hands or paws dirty. Number 9. Hippo vs. Crocodile. The winner, Hippo. You should get your teeth into this one. The hippo rescues a helpless animal from the cruel grips of a horrible crocodile. Here's an interesting fact for you. Male hippopotamus weighs between 3,300 and 4,000 pounds on average. We're interested in finding out how much of that bulk is made up of pure kindness of heart in the case of this one. Number 8. Alligator vs. Python. Winner, Python. The swamps of Florida have seen their fair share of crazy fights, but this may have been the most strange. A gigantic beady-eyed alligator gets scared off by just a flick of the python's tongue. There's only one thing missing from this epic conversation: a translation into human language. It's not clear what the snake said to scare off its massive enemy. No matter how you look at it, the punchline had to be extremely good. Even though the alligator had a massive advantage over the python, he ran off at the last minute like a scared pup. Maybe he ran off to his lair to think of a smart comeback. Number 7. Cobra vs. Mongoose. Winner, Cobra, and maybe the squirrel. When a mongoose steps in to save a squirrel that is in danger of being killed by a cobra, he bites off a little more than he can chew. It was not a very clever move on his part. Perhaps he was in love. After all, love makes you do stupid things. We are beginning to wonder exactly how many of these weird animal fights may have a romantic overtone to them. If you've forgotten about the ability of mongooses to fight and swallow snakes, particularly cobras. However, in this case, the mongoose loses the fight. After an intense fight, the cobra manages to strike the killer blow. Luckily for the mongoose, mongooses are immune to a certain quantity of cobra venom. The cute little mongoose will live on to fight another day, as will the cute little squirrel, who started it all, got to witness her sweetie defend herself against a dangerous cobra up and personal. Number 6. Pack of hyenas vs. lion. Winner, hyenas. Hyenas have a bad reputation. According to popular belief, the hyena is cowardly, cunning, and clumsy, feeds on carrion and leftovers, and has no good qualities. Of course, if we judge beauty by human standards, we can say that hyenas are not particularly attractive. But if you keep strength in mind, you'll notice that the hyena is unusually perfect. Hyena is the only mammal capable of shattering the bones of all other animals with its powerful jaws and teeth, except for the elephant. The hyena's robust forelimb and chest muscle allows it to carry highly heavy prey over long distances. They aren't quite as clumsy as they appear. The lion was no match for the combined power and stamina of 8 hyenas. The lion thought he could shove around a scruffy little hyena, but wasn't ready for its friends ganging up on him. As far back as the Pleistocene period, the hyena was known for killing and transporting lions' bones back to their dens, as evidenced by the presence of multiple lion bones that show traces of having been gnawed on by them. Turns out the king of the jungle frequently ends up on the dinner table of the poor jackal. Who would have thought? Number 5. Pack of lions versus herd buffaloes. Winner, Team Buffalo. There are more twists and turns in this epic fight than in any M. Night Shyamalan film. The first thing we see is a buffalo being jumped by a bunch of naughty lions. The buffalo lets out a cry of help. And just as it looked like the buffalo might become food, a herd of buffalo appeared out of nowhere to take on the lions. They outwit and outmuscle the lions, and the would-be dinner survives to live another day. Nothing like a huddle of lions will teach you who your true friends are. Number 4. 4 otters versus a caiman. Winner. You would be utterly shocked. You'd think there could only be one winner, but you'd be wrong. You'd be laughing all the way to the bookie's window if you'd bet on the hairy otters in this fight against this young caiman. Fortunately, the caiman realizes who is boss, stays still, and backs away, avoiding a heckload of trouble in the process. Even a little caiman should be able to take down an otter with just one bite. But then, there have been larger shocks. Number 3. Crocodiles versus wildebeest versus lions. Result: too chaotic to call, but most likely a stalemate. The Royal Rumble. At the waterhole, things might get more than a little hairy. It all starts when a pride of lions ambushes a herd of wildebeest in a South African national park. The lions have a young beast in the water in a flash. But hang on, a crocodile discovers an opening and sinks its teeth into its hindquarters as they drag it out. There's more though, when the strange-looking safari cows return for vengeance. One dumb animal will always lose to a smart animal with stronger fangs, a few buddies, and an empty belly. But what about 60 enraged dumb creatures defending their young? Number 2. Walrus versus polar bear. Result: a sad ending for the walrus. A walrus can weigh up to a ton, which is 3 times that of a polar bear. However, the polar bear, which is known as the most carnivorous of all bears, has a natural advantage. It feeds on seal flesh, a similar creature to its tusk cousins. With a blubbery walrus 4 feet tusks and the bear's 3 inches teeth, this ice combat looks like it'll be bloody. And it is. The walrus has nature's best killing tools, but it's a gentle giant at heart, which isn't helpful in a fight against a polar bear that's always enraged. Number 1. Shark versus dog. Winner: the dog has its day. When a bull mastiff type dog, fearsome on land, leaps from the deck of a boat to battle a 6 feet great white shark, one of the planet's most dangerous predators, in its natural habitat, it appears to be the clear loser. Despite this, the Mutsoon has the fish safely on dry land, thanks to his cunning and grit, and possibly the help of a fishing line. The dog is a beginner paddler, and the shark is fighting at home, but a good hook is too much for the shark. Why animals fight? If you have ever observed animals in the wild, or if you have pets, you have likely witnessed various fights amongst creatures of the same species, among other things. The impact of an animal position in the social hierarchy on the animal's behavior can be determined via fighting in packs or group animals. When it comes to food, water, and mates, the animal receives priority as a result of this. The remainder of the group will demonstrate their acceptance of the victor's supremacy by appeasing or submitting to the leader's authority. Wolves and foxes will frequently demonstrate this by crouching close to the ground with their tails between their knees, or by rolling over on their backs. These movements are not only used to diffuse a conflict, but can also be utilized to avoid a battle when encountering a different species. By displaying submission to another animal, such as grooming or crouching, the submissive animal can avoid conflict even if the other animal is in indifferent territory. It appears that aggression is a behavior that is both instinctive and taught through experience in the wild, as it's used to survive in the wild. We hope you liked today's video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and press the bell notification so that you can be notified when we upload any new video. We will see you in the next video.